Out of all the possible releases in 2023, fans are eagerly excited about the new additions to the Star Wars series. And recently, a teaser came out which left the fans wanting more.
Being a Mandalorian's not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy. That way, you'll never be lost.
Yep, Jude Law's Star Wars show reveals a new look. Thanks to an image from the Disney Plus series Skeleton Crew, fans got a better look at Jude Law's impending Star Wars character. Skeleton Crew, starring Jude Law and a host of up-and-coming actors, is Lucasfilm's upcoming exploration into uncharted space. There's still a lot that we don't know about the upcoming series, but we do know that it's being overseen by The Mandalorian director Jon Favreau and Spider-Man No Way Home director Jon Watts. Fans recently got their first look at Law's hero on the show, and he seems to be a cross between John Brolin's Brand from 1985's The Goonies and a teacher. Unfortunately, there will be some waiting to do before it's revealed who it actually is. Now, as fans wait to find out more about the plot of Skeleton Crew, a new look of the show's main lead has emerged, along with a possible release date. A new streaming in 2023 trailer was launched by Disney Plus to showcase upcoming titles in the coming year, featuring a new look at Jude Law in Lucasfilm's Star Wars Skeleton Crew. It's unclear where or what Law is doing, but he's dressed in black robes and holding his hands in the air as he kneels behind a pillar.
This is the one that you saved? You are as its father. A clan of two.
This also confirms that Skeleton Crew will debut on Disney Plus in 2023, but no other release details are provided. But with all that being said, where does this stand in the existing Star Wars universe? It'll be a show for the characters who weren't at the forefront yet. When compared to other future Star Wars projects, Skeleton Crew stands out as something totally new that isn't a straight spin-off of something that fans have already seen. The cast of The Mandalorian is set to cross paths with Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka hero among other locations from the show's canon. Yet, the focus will be on the heroes who have yet to be given their moment in the spotlight. Besides the fact that Jude Law appears to be fleeing from something or someone, there isn't much else to learn about the plot from the advertisement's depiction of the film. His attire doesn't reveal much either, so it's unclear if he's with the series' small children or not. We'll have to stay around to figure out if he's a Jedi, senator, or bounty hunter. But it has been said that the Clone Wars will serve as an inspiration for this show. The first episode of Skeleton Crew is scheduled to air on Disney Plus this year, so best believe all fans of the franchise can't wait any longer. But this show is not all that's coming from the franchise. A new Star Wars series confirms a major prequel trilogy connection. Yep, that's right. The Acolyte, a series set 100 years before The Phantom Menace. Amandla Stenberg and Lee Jung-jae feature in this show, directed by Russian doll writer and director Leslie Headland. While filming is underway at UK's Shinfield Studios, official details are limited at this point. The show is a mystery thriller that will immerse viewers into a galaxy of shady secrets and growing dark side powers in the closing days of the High Republic era, as the synopsis puts it. Not only that, but it'll feature a former Padawan teaming up with her Jedi Master to solve a string of crimes. A Sith follower, portrayed by Stenberg apparently, has been speculated to fill the lead role of the show's namesake acolyte for quite some time. Well, a new interview with co-star Daphne Keane reveals that the Sith portion of this series will connect to the prequel trilogy in a very literal way, and the plan that forms in Revenge of the Sith to wipe out the Jedi will be a key element in the story. Keane told Tech Radar it's kind of an account of how the Sith infiltrated the Jedi. There has never been a story told from the perspective of the Sith before.
Show me the one safety deemed such destruction.
Let's dive deeper into the plot and everything around it. The Jedi Order's realization is a focal point in the prequel trilogy. It's a significant story point in the prequel trilogy for the Jedi Order to learn that the Sith have subtly taken control of the Galactic Senate. The Jedi are taken aback in The Phantom Menace to realize that the Sith still exist, and in Attack of the Clones, they're alarmed by the rising darkness in the Force. Their true enemy is revealed in Revenge of the Sith, but by then, it's too late for the Jedi to stop him. There's speculation that the Acolyte may go into the origins of the Sith's web of deceit, which would ultimately lead to Emperor Palpatine's victory at the conclusion of the prequel trilogy. That's a fundamental Star Wars subject that Headland has long sought to explore, is the extent and scope of the Sith storyline in the prequels. What's more, fans are eager to see one thing in particular in the upcoming show. The Acolyte could introduce one of the franchise's most mysterious villains. Darth Plagueis may still be kept a secret, but he could and probably would make an appearance in The Acolyte. Overall, The Acolyte is intended to be a new kind of Star Wars story, one that introduces previously unseen characters and storylines into the live-action canon.
The songs of eons past tell of battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
You expect me to search the galaxy and deliver this creature to a race of enemy sorcerers?
One of Disney's next space operas will benefit greatly from this versatility in storytelling, as it will surely need to feature the introduction of Darth Plagueis. There's a common misconception that making a mysterious character less mysterious will put the show in danger, but in reality, making the Acolyte is just as risky of an attempt. The show is a mystery thriller that takes place 100 years before The Phantom Menace. It also focuses on the operations of the Sith in Star Wars rather than the exploits of the Jedi Knights during their zenith. The show will also showcase the Sith's efforts to infiltrate the Knightly Order while it probes a string of atrocities. So how exactly can the show incorporate this villain? The Star Wars canon is the answer. There's plenty of potential for the Acolyte to include Darth Plagueis within the established canon, given the show is planning to expand upon the Sith a century before the earliest Star Wars prequel.
You know this is no place for a child.
Wherever I go, he goes.
The Acolyte's story will take place before Ian McDiarmid's Senator Palpatine became the current Sith Master, so this is very essential. So Darth Plagueis, Palpatine's overlord, would be at the height of his power during the play is a logical inference. In The Acolyte, Darth Plagueis could be introduced without going back to any of the established lore from the original films. There's a lot of room to include Darth Plagueis' story, as so little is known about him and his demise in the official Star Wars canon. So a Sith-centric program would be neglectful if it didn't at least include him in flashbacks, even if he isn't present in the actual storyline. After all, everyone watching still has a lot of questions about this person. Ray Carson's novelization of The Rise of Skywalker focuses solely on how Darth Sidious exploited Plagueis' expertise to resurrect himself, despite Senator Palpatine mentioning him in the third prequel film. Star Wars canon provides very few details regarding the mysterious Dark Force user, which is all the more reason to believe he might make an appearance. So that was all from the Star Wars universe and the possible releases lined up for this year. See you in the next one.